Welcome to DIY Studio and 12 Days of Reuse. Today we're going to be making this awesome bicycle keychain. Come inside the studio and I'll show you how to do it step by step the DIY way. Here's the things that you'll need for this project. You'll need a hammer, you'll need some awesome bicycle tires, some scissors, some hole punches. I made a pattern, jump rings, and some fasteners. I'm using these rivets. You could also use Chicago screws if you have them. Now, these tools we have at DIY Studio on a regular basis. So if you don't have them, you could use a drill instead of one of these hole punches. But I recommend just coming down to the studio. We have open studio hours and you can come and use any tools that we have in our library. The first thing that you're going to do is take your template and start cutting out the design onto your rubber bicycle tire. You're going to want to use some really good pair of scissors to do this. You could also just trace if you wanted to with a white pencil. It's up to you. Now these bicycle tires I've already cut down. They used to be a continuous tire like the kind you get on your bicycle. But a volunteer and I had actually cut them down. The hardest part was actually cutting around the inside of the tire. So these actually went together like this. And the inside actually had this metal piece that was on either side of this. What we had to do was use some tin snips to cut into the tire and then use sharp scissors to cut around the edge, and we cut that metal piece off. We also have tin snips if you ever need them at DIY Studio. So after you cut out the template, the next thing you're going to do is get your jump ring and put it through the top tab of your keychain. Then you fold it over the other side. So this little tongue becomes the place where you're going to want to drill your holes or punch your holes here and then through the other side here as well. I'm going to take the camera and I'm going to punch this actually on the ground because it's a really hard surface. That way it doesn't absorb any of the energy and it goes all into punching the hole into our keychain. Now I've placed this book on the floor to help protect our surface. And then I take a large hole punch and I simply twist off the old one and add it on. Usually this is a good size hole punch to use for your bicycle keychain. Now simply add the hole punch straight up and down, center it to where you want it, and start pounding. You can usually see an indentation of where you started. Keep hitting it until there's a hole. Indeed there is. So I do the same, I fold it back over again, and I punch it a couple times to see that indentation. I see that indentation, I let the flap down again, and hit it again. It went all the way through. Now, you're going to take your rivets, you need the male and the female piece, as well as your jump ring. Slide your jump ring through that hole, and then slide the male into the hole, and the female as well. Press those together with your fingers, and then simply pound to close. You're going to want to hammer it until it doesn't have any give, and you know it's really well secured. So there you have it. You've made a couple cool bicycle keychains. These are great to give to any guy in your family, any female in your family, any bike enthusiasts. Thanks so much for visiting us. Come stop in and see us at DIY Studio. We're located at 155 Liberty Street in Northeast Salem, right in between Court Street and State Street. You'll find us right behind Subway in the lobby of the Salem Arts Building. Thanks so much and have a great holiday.